guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Christina and I am so excited to share with you our summer reading plans. What's really exciting about this is that today's video is part of a collaboration with a bunch of other moms, and it's hosted by Jennifer at Family of 3 Homeschool and Lindsay at Love Them Well. And so there are a bunch of other moms on this playlist sharing their summer reading plans. So when you are done watching this video, be sure to check out the playlist and definitely check out the hosts' videos that are linked down below in the description box as well. So if you've been around my channel, you know how much I love books and how much I love reading and how much read alouds are a part of everything we do around here. So I am so excited to talk to you about our plans for summer. So the very first thing that we are doing for our summer reading is something that is brand new and was just released yesterday, and that is the Summer Reading Club from For the Love of Homeschool. Now, if you've been around, you know that For the Love of Homeschool puts out seasonal mega bundles that I have contributed to in the past, and they are not putting out a summer mega bundle this year. Instead, they are launching this brand new Summer Reading Club. And it is amazing. I contributed on it and I'll share with you what I contributed, but more than that, there are so many wonderful books in this reading list that gives you not just the reading list, but resources and materials for every single book on the list. So you could go and check them out from your library. If you own some of them, then you'll be ready to go with your book, and then you just download and print the resources that you want to go with it. It is incredible. It's similar to the mega bundles in the sense that there are multiple creators coming together and putting their creations in a bundle for a very low price. So just like the bundles, this summer reading club is going to be $25 for the next 2 weeks, and I will link that down below for you. You can also follow that link to really get a good look at it, to decide if you're interested or not, to see the book list and to see all of the resources that come with each of the books. There are resources for all different ages, all different skills. Some of them are sort of your typical like characterization and storyline and comprehension, but then there are amazing creative resources in there for recipes that go along with the books and crafts and sensory activities and so many different resources. So the book that I chose to do my unit on is Grow Happy, and this is such a sweet little book that is about gardening, but also about the concept of growing happiness in ourselves. So it has a social emotional aspect and focus, and it's really, really cool. It uses the metaphor of gardening in the story in order to make this understandable and accessible for kids. So it's a really, really cool book, and I want to share with you kind of what I've created to go along with it to give you a feel for some of the things that are in this summer reading club. So the materials that I created focus both on the actual gardening aspect and then the growing happy aspect of the social emotional piece, and then some other literacy and games and things like that. So for example, I have this little garden plan where it talks about how you can plan out a garden at home if you don't already have one, and it has you think about multiple ways to do this, whether you have raised beds or you grow in the ground or you do pots, depending on what you have available space-wise and what you want to do. And then how I grow happy. So it kind of goes through the different concepts in the book that the main character Kiko touches on for how to grow happy and how she relates it to gardening. Then this talks about how she problem solves in her garden and in life. And this is for if you already have a garden, or you'd save this for if you start a garden for the future. Any problems that you're having in your garden and how you would find solutions and troubleshoot. Then there are things like just gardening tools. There are these little vegetable posters, so I have a couple of these in there. And then I have Montessori 3-part cards for all of the vegetables as well. So I'll show you the 3-part cards. This is just one that I did not cut out yet. But if you're not familiar with Montessori 3-part cards, there's always just the labeled card. And then this is not the exact one, obviously. And then there is the part that they match up. And you can use these in so many different ways. If you Google Montessori 3-part cards, there are countless ways to use these for different age kids and just different levels of understanding. Next up, I go through the differences between dirt and soil. So this is something that has been in some of my other unit studies. Most everything in here is brand new, but I brought in things that would make sense to go along with this unit. So the difference between dirt and soil. Then they have a little Venn diagram where they can fill in the differences. I have life cycle of a tomato plant in here, of a word scramble, 3 and 4 letter words, and then a few 5-letter words. I have a scripture page that ties in gardening related scriptures from the Bible, which is obviously optional based on your beliefs. I'm outside, so don't mind the dog. It's not my dog, but anyways. There's a vegetable bingo. There is some read and trace for different vegetables. Some little dot marker coloring pages for different vegetables. So there's a variety of resources where you can have multiple age kids engaging in the same book and the same concepts, but at their level. There is some count and color, and then some vegetable coloring pages. So obviously there are more of each one, but I just wanted to give you a little bit of a sample of what you'll find in there. So that gives you an idea about the summer reading club. But that is not all we plan to do for summer reading. Although I feel like that would be enough, we already had some things that we wanted to do. And so the book that we are currently finishing up is Caterpillar Summer. We are loving this. We have only a few chapters left, so I highly recommend this if you haven't read this one. It's a really, really sweet book. Another one on our list is Ship Tobermory, and this is from the Land of Storybooks. And if you're not familiar with the Land of Storybooks, they have been a resource for read-alouds and a community on Instagram and on Facebook. And guys, the dog isn't gonna stop, I don't think. Okay. And a subscription box that comes with crafts and an activity guide that looks like this, which includes activities, resources, recipes, and all different things. They are shutting down the physical box portion of their business. So if you want to try it out, now is the time, because July is the last month that you'll be able to do this, as they will be switching to a completely digital format in the future, which is really great and I think more accessible for a lot of families, because it will be more affordable, as you're not getting everything in the physical form, all of the things for the crafts and all of that. So I will link them down below. You can get $10 off with my link down below. 3 more things that I want to share with you. One of the other things that we will be doing, I did share in my video the other day about my ocean unit study, and these are just some books that were from our summer knowledge crate. They're just mostly ocean related books, but there are a bunch of other books that I have not pulled from the box that you can see in my video from the other day, because I did like sort of an unboxing within that video. But there are 5 books in each of the boxes, and we get both the preschool crate and the school age crate, so that's 10 books that we'll be able to explore and add to our summer reading. So if you're interested in knowing about knowledge crates more, they are always linked down in the description, and you can always get 15% off with my code on those. 2 more things. I shared a while back in, I think it was my Christian Books for Kids book haul part 2, I shared Good and True Media, which is a small Christian publishing company who puts out wholesome literature for kids. And so we will not be doing all of the books that we got in that haul from Good and True Media, unless the kids just happen to grab them and want to read them, because obviously we don't plan out all the books that we're going to read all the time. But ones that I have pulled that I do want to do are the ones from the Holy Moly series, and I do a flip through and explain these in that book haul video, so I'll try to remember to link that down below. But what I really like about them, other than the storyline, is the activities in the back, how it goes through different virtues and vanities. There is like a crossword and a maze and discussion questions and scripture back here. So we will be doing these as well. Lastly, I did order the books for the summer reading from The Good and the Beautiful. I was able to grab them for my older 2 boys, but they were sold out for my 6-year-old, so I wasn't able to get them for her. We have not gotten them in the mail yet, and they come as a surprise, so you don't know what the books are going to be. But I'll share them over on Instagram when they come in. And then for my 6-year-old, I did order a couple of the books for her age level. So that is all we have planned so far right now for summer reading. I would love to hear if you're doing any similar things for summer reading, or if you're doing something entirely different. I'd love to hear all about it. If you are new here, I would love if you would stick around, subscribe, hit the notifications bell. I share all different kinds of things here on my channel. Make sure that you check out the playlist down below for more ideas for summer reading, and check out Jennifer and Lindsay's channels who are hosting this collaboration. If you're not already following me over on Instagram, you can follow me there at rooted_homelife. Thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you soon in one of my next videos, and until next time, stay rooted.